Hello and welcome to this course, where I shall be discussing authentication, authorization and accounting, and the variety of these three mechanisms that are available to you within AWS. Having an understanding of the different security controls from an authentication or an authorization perspective can help you design the correct level of security for your infrastructure. Once an identity has been authenticated and is authorized to perform specific functions, then it's important that this access can be tracked with regards to usage and resource consumption so that it can be audited, accounted and billed for. Before we start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Stuart Scott. I am one of the trainers here at Cloud Academy and I specialise in AWS, Amazon Web Services. Feel free to connect with me with any questions using the details shown on screen. Alternatively, you can always get in touch with us here at Cloud Academy using the community forum where one of our cloud experts will reply to your question. This course has been curated for an audience who have an interest in cloud security and may be in a position of a cloud solutions architect or cloud security specialist or similar. This course will cover a range of topics including authentication, authorization and access control. Here I shall be looking at the differences between these three terms that often get confused. Then we'll look at authentication mechanisms, and in this lecture I will examine the different authentication mechanisms available within AWS. Following this, we'll take a look at authorization in AWS. There are a variety of methods to authorize an identity in AWS, so in this section I'll cover some of those most common. Finally, we'll take a look at AWS Accounting. When looking at accounting, I will define what this is and dive into AWS billing and cost management, along with an overview of the AWS CloudTrail service. As a student of this course, the content will provide you with the following: clarification over the differences between authentication, authorization and access control, an understanding of the different authentication mechanisms used by AWS, an understanding of the different methods of granting authorized access to different AWS resources, how a combination of authentication and authorization mechanisms can be used to create solid security policies, an overview of how AWS billing can be used to help spot security breaches, and then finally, how to track a user within AWS and monitor their actions through audited API call requests. The prerequisites for this course require a basic understanding of Identity and Access Management, IAM, EC2, S3, some networking fundamentals, and the Virtual Private Cloud Service. Feedback on our courses here at Cloud Academy are valuable to both us as trainers and any students looking to take the same course in the future. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, it would be greatly appreciated if you could use the comment section found on the landing page of this course. That brings us to the end of this lecture. Next, I shall explain the differences between authorization, access control, and authentication.